Nicole, and this is session 5 of the resume refresh series. Yeah, it's a series. So this is the last one. This is the final one. So basically here I am just going to wrap things up, give you an idea of what I can do to help you if you need additional assistance, and go from there. If you have not already, please subscribe. Please like and subscribe. I hope that this has been beneficial to you, but I'd like to share it with others so that it's beneficial to them as well. But I can't do that if the YouTube algorithm is not picking us up. So please go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, and let me go ahead and fix this up so that we can get started, so that we can get finished. I know, I'm corny. I crack myself up sometimes. Let's see. All right, so finishing touches here. So after you write your resume, go back and remove as much fluff and irrelevant content as possible to decrease your page count and draw more attention to your best qualifications. Your resume should be about a page or two. So after you've gone through and formatted and you've made sure all the keywords are there and identifiable and it's looking really good, just go back and do a walkthrough and make sure there's nothing left there that's irrelevant. No extra fluff. There shouldn't be anything there that doesn't belong there. So your resume should really be about a page or two. There are some cases when people have exceptional experience that it can go on beyond, or they have, for example, a lot of publications that need to go on beyond a couple of pages. But for the most part, if you're sticking to the format and you're kind of not going beyond 10 years, you should be able to keep your resume to a couple of pages. But that's not a steadfast rule. So if it needs to go beyond that, that's fine. But in general, you want to keep it to a couple of pages at the most. Okay, so no matter how many pages your resume is, try putting your most impressive qualifications high up on the first page with a summary or skills section. So the summary and the skills section are really, really important. It's really going to be the first things that the recruiter and the applicant tracking system are going to look at, and it's what's going to rule you in or it's what's going to rule you out. So you need to make sure that the impressive qualifications, and by impressive qualifications, they should be the things that are matching you up to the job description. It should be those keywords, it should be reflecting each other. So use spell check and grammar check. Utilize grammar checking software such as Grammarly or Hemingway. Those are available online. I think they both have a free plan, so you can use those fairly easily. Have someone else review your resume. Have somebody else take a look at your resume, and then go back through it yourself. And go back through it kind of with the idea that you're the hiring manager, and take your job description and look at it against your resume and see, is this someone that you would actually be interested in speaking to and hiring? So final tips. Create a single email for your employment correspondence. So I definitely recommend that you have a professional email. If you don't want to create another completely separate email, that's fine, but I would recommend that you do that. It's just easier to keep track of things and have it all in one place. Utilize free templates. You can find these in Microsoft Word and even Canva. There are a lot of different websites, and I've been putting links, and I'll put it again, a link in the comment to some resources for this with templates and resume writing services. But there are a lot of free ones out there. Just take a look at them. Be careful whenever you take a look at the websites that do offer templates. If you just go to Google and Google it, a lot of them do charge for those. So just be careful. You don't want to get in there and put all the work in and go to save it, and they're going to charge you for it. So make sure you know what you're getting into. Keep track of the positions that you've applied to, where any contact or progress has been made. So I actually have a Google sheet that you can download, use as a template to do this. You want to do this. It's really important that you kind of have an idea of what's going on with each position. You don't want a recruiter calling you out of the blue and you have no idea who it is or what they're talking about. It's hard, especially if you have several different positions that you've applied for, keeping track of different things. So this is really helpful, and my clients have found this really helpful as well. Make sure that your LinkedIn profile is in sync with your resume. Yeah, so take a look at your LinkedIn profile. Make sure it doesn't have to be word for word what's on your resume, but take a look at it. And this is something that I'll have to make another separate video on as well. You want to make sure that your LinkedIn profile is optimized, but you definitely want to make sure that it's matching what's on your resume. You don't want them to say two different things. At the same time, along this line, make sure that you take a look at your social media and make sure that it's cleaned up or make it private, because you know, these people that are looking at your resumes, the hiring manager and the recruiters, they're going to take a look at what you have out there on social media. So make sure that you're representing yourself well. And next steps. So what are you going to do now? So you're going to create your resume template. You're going to create the master resume. And again, if you go back to the beginning, you know, I said you're not going to send just one resume out to all the different positions. The idea is that you're going to create one master resume template, and you're going to customize that to each of the different positions. So you're going to take a look, you know, narrow down through your job search to determine which position is what you want to apply for. Excuse me. Review the job descriptions versus your resume and tailor your resume to that job. Try to determine who the hiring manager is and tailor your cover letter to that person. I didn't talk about this a whole lot because this is more about resumes than it is about job searching. But one of the things that you want to do is you want to research the company and find out who it is that's going to be your manager, who's going to be doing the hiring, as opposed to just sending your resume in through the applicant tracking system. A lot of times your resume goes into the applicant tracking system and it gets lost and you never hear from them again. If you can connect somehow with that hiring manager, that is the very best thing to give you an opportunity to have a conversation about the position. So you may have to actually pick up the phone and call them. You can go on LinkedIn and do a little bit of research. You know, you need to be researching these companies anyway that you're applying to. So research and see if you can narrow down who it is or who your coworkers would be, and try to open up a dialogue and have a conversation to get your resume into the hands of the right person. Okay, so then you're going to want to submit your resume. Okay, and so that is it. We are at the end of the series. Let's go. So, I thought I had another slide there, but I guess I don't. So anyway, let me just make this bigger. One of the things that I do is career coaching. Now, I have moved a little bit from career coaching more into life purpose coaching. Man, that is slow, isn't it? I've moved a bit more into life purpose coaching. So I don't focus quite as much on career coaching, but I can certainly help you with that. And the reason that I did this series is because I get so many questions about resumes, and the webinar has been very helpful to people. So if I can help you in any way, if you have questions about the resume, please reach out to me. You know, you can send me an email, just leave me a comment. My email is nicole@atlaniacoaching.com, and the link to the company will be in the box if you want to take a look at that. Okay, so I hope to hear from you soon. If you have not already, please do subscribe, like, and share. Thank you so much.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun.